What's going on, YouTube? Just got back from one of my homies' house. We watched the big fight. Floyd Mayweather versus Sugar Shane Mosley. Let me adjust my camera real quick. Uh, there we go. Um, what can I say? I pretty much told y'all what was gonna happen in my videos. Um, a lot of people just didn't agree, but I just knew what was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. Now let me just touch on a couple things. Let me first and foremost give credit where credit is due. Shane Mosley is a warrior. He took he took a beating tonight, and he didn't, you know, he took it and kept going. He's a warrior. Um, a lot of things, I'm gonna talk when the fight went on. Basically, we realized tonight that size doesn't matter. Floyd weighed in at 146 and Shane weighed in at 147. So basically, the edge went to Shane pretty much because you know how people say Floyd weighed in 2 pounds heavier than Marquez. That's why he beat him, which we know that wasn't. But okay, now we know why Floyd, beat Shane. I mean, we know Shane basically spotted him the point, basically giving him the advantage. First, I actually thought the fight was going to be closer than it was. I thought Floyd was going to pull away from him towards like the fifth round on, or sixth or seventh, but Floyd just pretty much dismantled, destroyed, and just broke him down after the second. I was kind of scared because I know like everybody else, I know I wasn't the only one. When Floyd got caught with, Mosley, he faked with the jab and came in with the overhand right, his money shot, and he caught Floyd. And I thought, and he hurt because Floyd kind of buckled. But Floyd got back in the game. I think that kind of woke Floyd up. It was like, okay, I'm ready. But side note, a lot of people say Floyd doesn't take punches well. He took that punch very well. A lot. If that had been Berto, we all can agree, Berto would have stayed down. That was a knock you out punch. Floyd took it. A lot of fighters, they don't train. I believe Floyd trains to get hit. He strengthens his neck. He does those neck ups with the weight on. He trains for his legs. He keeps his legs strong because if you got some strong legs and your chin is good, you can take a punch more effectively. But back to the fight, after the second round, I think it woke Floyd up, and it was like that light switch I was telling y'all about came on for Floyd. It was like, I already figured you out. And Floyd pretty much started landing the lead right. He started landing that more. Actually, which shocked me, I thought I was going to see a little bit more of Floyd moving more, but Floyd stood in the pocket, stood right in the pocket, right there in front of him, and just gave him all he had. Actually, even a couple times, I ain't gonna say a couple, a lot of the times he had Shane ass bagging up. I mean, he had Shane literally running. And I know a lot of Mosley fans were like, what the fuck? But that goes back to me saying that Floyd has pop in his punches. He has to. If he doesn't have pop, you walk through him. Shane looked like he was afraid. I ain't gonna say afraid because people interpret that different, but Shane looked weary of Floyd's power. I believe it shocked Floyd. I believe Shane was more shocked that damn, he's stronger than I thought he was. He hits harder than I thought. I think that was a part of this equation too. He didn't expect Floyd to hit as hard. I actually thought Floyd was gonna get him up out of there. Because Shane, I mean, let's face it, Shane looked like he wanted to go. After like the fourth or fifth round, it was almost reminiscent of the Winky Wright fight. It's like when he comes in there with a game plan, and when the game plan does not work, he doesn't adjust. He couldn't do anything. He was a sitting duck. So Floyd started landing more, started getting a little bit braver, catching him, had him against the ropes. He was just pretty much just beating on Shane this fight. And Shane, he took his ass beaten like a man. I mean, there was a couple times I thought Shane was gonna go down, but we didn't see the aggressive. That's why I said Floyd has pop. When Floyd popped him good, Shane didn't retaliate, and that makes me believe that shit hurt it. He didn't. He was like, oh shit. It made him think. Um, what more can you say about Floyd? This was his. What more can you say? I'm waiting to hear the people say Shane was too old. The fight was fixed. Shame he didn't put no damn activator, no soul glow in the Jerry curl. I'm waiting to hear the excuses. I want to hear all of them. But I feel like Shane was ready. Floyd was ready. Floyd just beat him. I actually believe a bad thing though. I think Floyd kind of beat him too bad because it didn't leave room for a sequel. You know how some movies it's like they leave room for a sequel. That's how I look at boxing. You know, it's like if we draw, we can do it. Go again. If it's a pick'em fight where some people think I won, some people think you won, we can go again. Or it's a fight where I clearly won, but you were going at it with me, and you know it was a very competitive fight nonetheless, a sequel. But this fight was pretty much a landslide. It was pretty much 2 rounds to 10. It was like Floyd beat him to 10 rounds decisively, not like like decisively. Like it would make more sense for Floyd to like rematch like Hatton than it would Mosley because he just destroyed him. But this basically, you know, this is my quick review, boy. I'm telling you, what can you say about this kid now? What has he been tested? I know I'm going to hear that, oh, shit happened 5 years ago. He beat a Mosley. Mosley just came off an excellent win. So I don't want to hear that. But he beat Mosley. So what I wish I had the Jay-Z sound effect. What more can I say? What? Because Pacquiao, that's the only thing I can think the next fight. I would actually love to see that fight now. That makes this fight more interesting. So we learned 2 things from Floyd. Floyd can fight in the pocket. Floyd can beat you if you're a bigger guy. And he, you know, he can take punches. Good luck to Shane throughout his career because I don't believe Shane's done. I believe Shane has a couple more fights in him. I would like to see Shane and Berto go at it now. That shot that Floyd took, like I said, if that was Berto would have been done, out. But Shane took it like a soldier, just like I told y'all he would. So all them people out there, I'm gonna get this shout out to you because I'm enjoying this. Men take bubble baths, whatever your name is. What did I tell you in my video? I told you what was going to happen. You tried to break it down and I told you. And look what happened. But peace out.